Packing light is actually easy. It really only requires swapping a few items for their tinier, more packable versions. In this video, we're breaking down our favorite tiny travel gear across categories from tech to clothing to everyday carry. These are the items that we actually travel with, tested and picked because they solve a real problem without taking up space you don't have. Let's get into it. When you're traveling, your phone is doing everything. Pulling up maps, storing your boarding pass, capturing photos. All of that drains your battery fast, which is why a battery bank is one of the most essential things you can pack. The problem with most battery banks is size. Generally, the bigger the capacity, the bigger the brick you're stuffing into your bag. And since my iPhone 13's battery is pretty much shot, I need to keep one on me every single day. And the last thing I want is for it to take up a ton of space in my bag. And that's why we aim for finding the smallest battery bank with the best performance. Every charger will have some percentage of decay between the marketed capacity and the rated capacity, which is why we test all of our battery banks with the load tester to see how it actually performs. From there, we look for the battery bank with the best packability for its performance. That's the Nitecore NB Air. It's the smallest effective option we found, and it even comes with a built-in USB-C cable, so that's one less thing to pack. Unless you've still got a lightning port like me. Then you'll need another cable. While it's only a 5,000 milliamp hour capacity, that'll get most phones a full recharge or close enough. A few things to know: there's only one port, so no pass-through charging, and it's not fast charging either. If you prefer MagSafe but still want something small, we like this one from Anker. It's incredibly thin, snaps right to your phone, and actually supports pass-through charging, which is great for those of you who need to charge multiple times but prefer the profile of a smaller battery bank. What if we told you that the packable version of this next item will save you 90% of the space in your bag? All right, maybe that's an exaggeration, but the right puffer will pack down to about the size of a tech pouch. You can downsize your tweezers or your toiletry bottles, but nothing frees up room in your bag quite like swapping a bulky jacket for a packable one. And believe us, unless you're heading somewhere that's warm all year round, you're gonna want a jacket. Our go-to pick is the Patagonia Nano Puff. It has the best warmth to weight ratio we've seen in a packable jacket. It's definitely an investment, but we've been using the same one for almost 10 years without any issues. This is firmly in the buy once, cry once category. While it's not an Arctic jacket, it's thin enough to layer under one if you need to. However, if you're going somewhere that gets cold at night and warm during the day, you'll really appreciate being able to stuff it away. It also makes a great pillow in a pinch. A puffer likely isn't the only layer you're bringing though. For wet weather destinations, we generally prefer rain jackets to umbrellas because they're a lot more malleable. We all know the feeling of trying to shove a stiff umbrella into a sling that's not wide enough. However, a lot of so-called packable jackets aren't really that packable. They might fold into their own pocket, but the pocket is still huge or a weird shape. In all of our research and testing, the Kettle Mountain Apparel Brabella is the most packable rain jacket we've seen. But it works too. We've walked around in full-on rainstorms and nothing has gotten through. Getting it back into the pocket takes some practice at first, but it loosens up over time without losing its packability. While it only comes in men's sizes, I use the size chart on their site to find the right fit for me. It's not going to win any fashion awards, but it looks a lot better on me than I thought it would. And if you're trying to maximize space on an international trip, it's worth the hit. If rain jackets aren't your thing, an umbrella is a solid alternative. When you're done using it, it fits well inside the water bottle pocket of your bag instead of on the inside like you probably would with a jacket. Or you'd hang a jacket off your backpack while it dries, but that's kind of awkward. The downside is that most travel umbrellas are still bigger than they look in photos, but the thinner ones can be really flimsy. One that's neither of those things is the Davik Mini. It's not super tall, and while it's about as thick as a normal travel umbrella, it's more compact overall and fits inside a wider range of slings. If you need something even slimmer, the Montbell Travel Umbrella 50 is the skinniest we've found. It's perfect for shallow pockets or sliding into the side of your bag's main compartment. It feels slightly lighter than the Davik, but we haven't had any quality issues. Neither has auto open or close features, but both have held up through storms without flipping inside out, which is mostly what we're asking for. A lot of accommodations provide towels, but sometimes you can't take them to the beach, gym, or pool. Or maybe they provide towels exactly for those purposes, but they're really bulky and they take up most of the space in your day pack. Instead, a travel towel gives you the freedom to hit the water or rinse off without a hassle. However, a lot of travel towels dry too slowly or don't actually pack up that small. The Matador Ultralight Travel Towel, on the other hand, barely takes up any space in your bag. It's small, lightweight, and dries much faster than a regular beach towel. It also has a hanging loop, so you can dangle it from your backpack to let it dry after a dip. The large size is large enough to use as a standard towel, while the small is more of a hand towel or a handkerchief. It's not plushy like a beach towel, but it does the job without the bulk. Flashlights are more useful than people give them credit for. They're great for walking home at night, navigating a dark room without waking your travel companion, or camping. All things that provide a bit more light than your phone can provide. Most powerful flashlights are bulky, but the truth is you don't usually need that power on the road. For most travelers, a small keychain light you can grab in an emergency is enough. The Olight Eye Ultra OAL is our latest pick. It has a built-in USB-C plug, so you can charge it directly from your laptop, power bank, or phone charger without lugging around an extra cable. It puts out 80 lumens, the magnetic base sticks to metal surfaces for hands-free use, and the snap-off mechanic to turn it on and off is genuinely satisfying to use. The biggest con is that the battery is built in, so it'll degrade over time. But if you just want something reliable for emergencies without messing around with batteries, this is the move. Staying hydrated is a non-negotiable in general, and when you're traveling, you're probably moving around a lot more than usual. On top of that, free drinking water isn't always easy to find in other countries. The problem is that most water bottles are bulky, heavy, and end up dictating which bag you bring for the day. Want to carry a sling? Too bad, you've got 30 ounces of water to carry. We love packable water bottles for one simple reason. They're only as big as they are full. The Vapor Eclipse is our go-to. Unlike silicone collapsible bottles, it doesn't have any taste transfer unless you leave the same water in it for days. Once it's empty, just roll it up and tuck it away. There's also a built-in carabiner to clip it to the outside of your bag. A couple of things to know is that there's no insulation, so your water will warm up fast, and it takes some time to get used to drinking from the floppy shape when it's not full. But once you adapt, it's easy to use and much better than carrying around a stainless steel bottle all day. Sometimes you end up buying more than you planned, or you want to stop at a market on your way back to your Airbnb. A packable bag solves that, but a lot of them are still too big to throw into a smaller bag like a sling on the off chance that you need it. But you'll have no problem fitting this bag inside. The Nano Bag reusable shopping bag packs down to roughly the size of a car key fob, which means there's always room for it. It's durable enough to handle groceries or souvenirs, and you can even slip it in your pocket if you're heading out light and end up wandering past the farmer's market. In countries where bags cost extra at checkout, it also saves you a little cash. Is it the best quality bag you'll ever use? No. But if you're looking for tiny gear, this is about as tiny as it gets. Minimalist wallets are great for everyday carry, but they make even more sense when you're traveling. You're probably not bringing your full stack of cards on the road, so downsizing what you bring allows you to carry items that you actually want to use, like a camera or snacks. Our first pick is the Nomadic wallet. It's basically just elastic with a couple of pockets for cards, cash, and a key. There's a pull tab for easy access to your cards, which is pretty intuitive. After years of testing, the main downside we've noticed is that the elastic can stretch over time. So if you're using it daily and then removing cards for travel, it might feel loose. However, if you're keeping these same cards in it consistently, it stays secure. If you're not quite ready to go full nomadic, the SlimFold Global Minimalist Travel Wallet is a great middle ground. It's super durable, has magnetic edges that keep it shut even when slightly overstuffed, and includes a cash sleeve plus a hidden card slot for a tracker or a card you want to keep more secure. This has been my go-to EDC wallet since I tested it a few months ago because it feels so durable and stays flat no matter how much I stuff in here. Search best travel adapter online and you'll mostly find large bricks. They work, but they don't have to be that big. The Road Warrior Universal Travel Plug Adapter is a super thin option that folds into a bunch of different plug configurations. It's pretty lightweight, so it's not ideal for heavy wall chargers, but it's compact and reliable. Just test it at home before your trip to make sure it can handle your tech when it's plugged in. If you'd rather have a built-in charger, the Rolling Square Pocket Travel Charger comes in a 30-watt single USB-C version or a 25-watt dual-port option with USB-A. You can only charge one device at a time and it won't power a laptop, but if tech isn't your top priority on the road, the space savings are significant. There's some other gear that you just might not bring on every single trip, or maybe it's something you're not looking to compress that much. However, these next items are great alternatives to the bulky items you usually find. The Gravel Ultra Pack Mini Kids Blanket isn't a necessity by any means, but you'll be happy you have it when you decide to use it. I brought it to Tanzania on a whim, and I used it more than I thought I would. I brought it out for extra warmth on one of the long-haul flights that didn't provide a blanket, as lumbar support on the uncomfortable airplane seat, and an extra layer on cold early mornings on safari. If you run cold and have the space, it's a small addition with a lot of use cases. For a neck pillow, we usually tell people to just use their jacket. In our opinion, most travel pillows are a waste of space because they don't actually provide enough support to justify bringing them. However, the Orlamir UTC is different, and not just because it was designed by one of our Pack Hacker pros, Fred. It doubles as a packing cube with 2 separate compartments, and when you're ready to sleep, you fill it, put it behind your head, and pull the cord to dial in the support. It basically mimics a good headrest, which are notoriously bad on planes. And since it's also storing gear, you're not giving up any space in your bag. Unfortunately, they're not quite accessible worldwide, but we do love the design and we wanted to give Fred some props for finally solving neck pillows once and for all. I might just be a little bit biased though, because this is legitimately my go-to neck pillow for any trip I've taken over the last year. And how about a super tiny piece of gear for the road? The Kanku mini tweezers. Are they overkill? Probably. But they're so ridiculously small and made of titanium, so they're strong too. They're good for splinters or stray hairs, so they require decent dexterity to use them. So there you have it, some of our favorite tiny gear. How do you save space in your bag? Let us know in the comments below, and we'll see you in the next one.